So it's sun is full head on right now. Yep, there it goes. It's actually slowing down to a stop. We have a car behind us, so I'm gonna bump out of that. Hey, welcome back, guys. It is Monday morning, driving on FSD 10.69.2.3. This route I've driven before, and I mentioned that I had sun coming in from the front that I thought blinded the cameras and threw a system error. So I'm just taking a short little pass again this morning to see if it happens. Again, if it doesn't happen, even better. I would rather just happen that one time and be done with. But on the way, there is a right-hand turn that the car every once in a while throws a fit at before these stoplights that are coming up. And here in just a second, beforehand, the car is turned abruptly right here. It knows that it needs to get over in this right-hand lane, but every once in a while, that time it just hit the brakes. But it didn't actually pull over there. Before, it has pulled over there, so that's an improvement. I'm still going to report that because it shouldn't have hit the brakes there. And this is not ideal either. So that's another issue. The car had its turn signals on. Should have stayed behind this red car, and it was trying to go around it. So that's not ideal. So attempting a right on red. Should go now. So that worked out well. Alright, the sun is bright this morning. We'll see what happens. It's kind of popping through the trees here. Got a car pulling out in front of us. Very bright. So far, so good. I did a drive middle of last week in the evening, driving to the west where I was directly in the sun. Unfortunately, the audio in that video wasn't any good. I might be able to do something with it, but during that time, I could definitely tell that the FSD was being affected. It said that, I forget what the exact prompt was, but I said something like limited functionality or something to that nature, and it was actually driving slower. But looking at the lanes, I could still see everything at that point in time. So yeah, the one error I got where I thought the sun was blocking and it asked for an immediate takeover, that may have not been the case. It didn't happen this morning. It didn't happen then. Left me in an awkward situation here, car. FSD is got me out in the middle. Yeah, you got me out in the middle here. Backing up, that's unfortunate. So as luck would have it, I did find a spot on the way back to the house where FSD did blind the camera. So trying to recreate that now. You can see the car is actually it's slowing down quite a bit. See if it does it again. It just did it. So sun is full head on right now. Yep, there it goes. It's actually slowing down to a stop. We have a car behind us, so I'm gonna bump out of that. But yeah, so if you do end up in a situation where the sun is straight in towards the front facing cameras, it could be an issue. You just saw it there. I mean, being in beta, I kind of expect something like that, but that is one thing that I'm not necessarily sure how like any level of AI necessarily would be able to take over there. You're literally looking through a camera, and that camera has only direct sunlight blinding it. So getting rid of sensors or not using LiDAR or something like that kind of puts it in a situation where you're fully dependent on that camera, unless they're talking about changing the cameras out to ones that are less affected by it, or maybe there's a way they could apply an algorithm to the vision that's coming into the camera. But if it's truly completely overwhelming, like the sunlight's overwhelming the sensor and it just can't see anything, I'm not necessarily sure how they're gonna make that happen. So there you have it. That is what I've been trying to show for a little bit. Again, I'll try to keep this video short. Didn't have a whole lot of intent, but that was it.